Chair recognizes the ranking member of our Financial Institutions Subcommittee, Dr. Foster from Chicago. You're recognized 4 or 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and to our witness. I mentioned in my opening remarks our recent letter to FSOC asking them to look seriously at the risks of the deflation of the AI circular investment bubble, which is something you obviously read about every time you open up any financial journal anywhere these days. I understand there was a letter a similar letter sent recently by the Senate Democrats that received a similarly dismissive response, basically recognizing that, yeah, this is part of what we're supposed to be doing, but provided zero specifics on what you're actually doing. So how many people do you have that are actually assigned to looking at the risk of this circular financing, these off-balance sheet entities, the securitization, all of the parade of terribles that wrecked our economy last time and are looking to threaten it again? So how many people are actually working on this, and when can we expect to hear from what they've concluded?
Again, we are constantly evaluating.
How many people? How many people? Could you answer my point? How many people are actually working on that problem?
That it is in all agencies. It is in all agencies.
No answer. Okay, I understand. You're not willing to give me a number on who's actually working on it. And when do you?
I could say 2,000, but that wouldn't be correct.
It wouldn't be.
Because some people may devote an hour a day, some people may devote 80 hours a week.
All right. When can we hear something specific? When can we expect to hear something specific?
In the interest of getting back to you and a change in tone, I am happy to send you a reply.
Okay, I would appreciate something with a lot more detail than something we got from the under-assistant acting, whatever it was. All right. Also, well, last time we spoke, I asked you a simple question that I didn't get an answer to, which is, does this administration support a strong dollar policy or a weak dollar policy? And frankly, as far as I've been able to tell, you're just all over the map on this. So could you answer the question just simply, do you support a strong dollar policy or a weak dollar policy? And how would you, score your, whichever way you're trying to go, how are you doing?
We always support a strong dollar policy.
Okay, that's interesting because, as last time we spoke, I presented a couple of graphs which presented the interesting fact that every time you put a Republican in charge of in the presidency, that two things have happened: that the dollar has gotten weaker, and that manufacturing employment has dropped. And this has happened just during every Republican president in our lifetime, and the reverse has happened every Democratic president. The dollar has strengthened, actually achieved your objective instead of just talking about it. And since the time of that, actually, I think this plot here was the one we had then when the dollar was only 8%. I think it's down about 10.5% now, so you're continuing down the traditional path.
I'm sorry, which index are you using
DXY.
for the dollar?
I think it's DXY year on year.
Yeah,
and I think it's, the last time I looked at it, it was roughly down 10.5%.
And you have the president on there, but under President Clinton, it would be,
I'm not talking about,
it would be my belief that it was Speaker Gingrich and what he did.
I was just talking about the president who has control.
Working with the Clinton administration
I
together.
understand.
It's Dr. Foster's time.
Yeah. So, but you agree it is a historic fact that during those presidencies, manufacturing employment dropped, and the dollar got weaker during Republicans without exception.
I haven't seen the data, so I can't.
I presented it to you on a graph. It's my understanding, actually, that later on that hearing, after I'd left to attend a different hearing, that you said some rather negative things about the data, and that as a finance professor, that you would have, I think, given it an F, was, I believe, your word. And so that, all right, so now I'm not a finance professor, I'm a manufacturer, okay? But I understand that the first rule of a manufacturer is you don't piss off your customers, which seems to be something that your administration just revels in doing, internationally especially. And so I think that it's easy for me to understand why manufacturing employment has continued to drop. That ever since Liberation Day, we have seen a continuous decline in manufacturing employment, which was one of your number one promises.
Congressman, as a manufacturer, you would know that I can't snap my fingers and create factories. So there is a building process that is well underway. I could send you the chart on the factory groundbreaking.
I understand, and the fact that we have been historically a low tariff nation is, I believe, responsible for the really extraordinary economic growth over the last decade of the United States compared to, say, the EU, which was a high tariff regime. And now we are joining the EU
I believe that we've
going down that
exported
road.
jobs to China, so.
No,
You were touching on a lot of CCP talking points.
I think as a manufacturer who's kept jobs in the Midwest, I think I have a little more credibility in the finance.
Gentleman's time has expired. Does the gentleman want something inserted in the record? Would you like that document inserted in the record? Without objection, be included in the record. Gentleman recognized.